Sometimes we feel stuck because the weight of life has pressed our feet deep within the muck and the mud. When the burden becomes unbearable, our body sinks to our knees. The wafting stench of the swamp becomes a stink that robs us of our hopes and dreams. We want to move, but we can't. Our fear and frustration hold us in place until our blood boils and our heart breaks. Sadness settles in, and that is when the real pain begins. Grinding in place is one of the worst hardships we can endure. It is a space where we are constantly pushing and pulling, and no matter what we do, our feet are glued to the dirt. How do we overcome this seemingly impossible circumstance? We breathe and take a breath. We rest and replenish. Then, once we have some of our bearing back, we dive into why we are stuck. Our first impulse will be to cast blame and whine about how others have ruined our day. This is fine. Sometimes we need to wallow in our own misery to burn off steam. Now, though this may seem liberating, if we remain in this stage, we will never be free. The key to releasing ourselves from this prison is by searching for the ways in which we are responsible for our own suffering. We must rise above our status of self-victimization and realize we are our own worst enemy. In this second, we must accept that we are the reason we feel defeated. We must look at our circumstances and ask what could have been done differently. Did we contribute enough to the bigger picture? Did we allow others in as our loneliness settled in? Did we take the time to care for ourselves and work towards living a healthier and more harmonious life? It's going to take some time to find these answers. Everyone has an overinflated and bloated ego. This is because we all suffer from the societal disease known as diabetes of the soul. And due to this, we are often unwilling to listen to the most obvious clues. And as a consequence, it causes us to lose access to the most meaningful truth. As we contemplate the unfortunate aspects of our existence, we must provide ourselves with an injection of fun. We must remember that food is delicious, and we should use some of our seconds to say silly words like yum yum. We need to treasure the life-giving energy of the sun and allow the moon to nurture us as she tucks us into bed. Ultimately, we need to find ways to get out of our head so we may take a break from our dreary dread. Next, we must search out the entropic aspects of our existence. In what ways are our days filled with death and decay? Where do we feel old, and in what areas is our spirit covered in mold? We do this by looking at our environment. When we go to our home, does it feel like a place of rest? When we lay within our bed, does the experience feel like another test of our patience? If our home contributes to our weariness, we must search out ways to resolve it. Start by creating a list of the things that need to be fixed and contemplate how to address each issue. Think about how it would feel to exist within an environment that was spiritual, clean, and serene. Completing this task will resurrect some of our stress. This is when we turn toward our old dreams and passions. Think about the activities that once delivered the most peace and release. Use them to embark on an expedition of adventure by once again indulging these amazing activities. And over time, these thoughts and actions will recharge our emotional batteries. With this newfound energy, we can once again reconnect with our most valuable mechanisms. This will get the ball rolling. Once we start to feel the vibrant light of life, we can use it to recapture our inner might. With this, we will possess the ability to genuinely live our greatest life. We will address the ways in which we are being hounded by strife and reclaim our ability to fight. We will pull our knees and feet from the muck and the mud. We will no longer feel like crud. Our burdens will be bearable, and we will be capable of enduring even the most impossible hurt.